Friends, family members, and strangers. It's your boy Andony here. So today I'm gonna be talking about the secret esoteric meaning of Jesus Christ, which esoteric meaning inner knowledge. Now, this is going to go against most religious people belief in theology. Most people out there, because they've been programmed at an early age with the help of their parents, family members, friends, church, the bishop, the pastor, television, music, etc., of course, in society, to believe what they believe. And plus, they instill fear within people to keep them from questioning the narratives, to keep them questioning the story. Now, thank God that I didn't have to go through those years of programming, because I grew up with two deaf parents. They didn't really teach nothing about God or about the Bible. None of that. Although we went to my daddy's side of the family, invited to church a few times, but I was too young to really grasp the understanding of the Bible. And fast forward, when I was about 14 years old, my friend invited me to his church, because he already knew I wasn't going to church. He tried to invite me to his church. I went a few times, went to Bible a few times, was not fucking with it. I did not like it, so I ain't go back. Every time he invited me, I was like, nah, I'm all right. And thank God that I didn't go, because I didn't go through those years of programming like everybody else. I didn't have no emotional attachment to Jesus Christ or the Bible. So, that made room for me to question things. People are scared to question things. Like I say, they've been instilled with fear. So fast forward, at my age, I'm finally coming to the truth of the true esoteric meaning of Jesus Christ, which, like I said, is going to go against most people's theology. Now, most people, like my master teachers out there say, man, so I got to pay homage to them. Now, they always say, whenever you see a symbol, there's a deeper substance. Most people only have the symbol, and that is Jesus Christ being crucified, but there's a deeper substance there. And that deeper substance is Christ within all of us. Now, I know y'all believe in the literal Jesus Christ. I don't believe in that, because I've done my research. Most of the people haven't done their research. They're just going based on what somebody else told them. They never done their own research. They never questioned the nature of, like I say, of the story, or even their reality. They just go along with believing things. But I've done my research, and based on my research, Christ is not a literal person. So before we get into all of this, we must understand what is the Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible in Greek means Helios Biblios, which means son book. Why in the hell is the Bible called a son book? Now, I know most people never ask that question, but it's called a son book because this is a book based on astrology. As above, so below, the law of correspondence, which is one of the 7 Hermetic principles. The same thing that's going on in astrology is the same thing that goes on inside of you. So this is a book about astrology and a book about biology, a book about chemistry. And you know how I know this fact? Because you can align this up with the processes that goes on in your body. And plus, we need to understand why the Bible was written in Greek. Why was the Bible written in Greek? It was written in Greek because the Roman Greeks came and plagiarized and altered the Bible. Most of us have Constantine version, and he was a Roman Greek, and he came, like I said, he came and plagiarized the Bible. That's where you get the Flavians, you get Julian Caesars, you get the Council of Nicaea and things in that nature. Most of us never heard of that. I suggest you go do your research. This is where you find out that Jesus Christ was created. And what the Roman Greeks did when they took over Egypt was they want to merge Egyptian spirituality with Greek philosophy, which they did, which they want to deify their Greek gods. Of course, they want to become the face of it. That's what every culture does. Every culture deity look like them except ours. You know why? Because they took ours. Of course, we some very powerful people. This is why they don't tell us the truth. This is why they've been lying to us for so damn long. This is why we was enslaved. Language took away from us, culture took away from us, and spiritual knowledge took away from us, and they gave us their language and culture and their religion in order to control control, and manipulate people. You know, they gave us their dogma, their doctrine, and most people just went along believing it. Now, like I say, I was a spiritual awakening 3.5 years ago. So I've been going on this journey of truth for quite a while now, and this is why I share what I share. So we must understand that, yeah, they stole our stuff, and they sold you a lie. You know, when you find out Joseph, Mary, and Jesus was stolen from Osiris, Isis, and Horus, you know, it makes you look at things different. You know, so that's when you go to Egypt and be like, man, so what was they talking about? What was they teaching? And they were teaching astrology. They were teaching process that goes on inside your own skull. But most people don't know that because they're not doing the research. They're just going based on what the Reverend is saying, what Pastor Jay is saying. So the true meaning of Jesus Christ, which I don't believe he's our Savior, was, I mean, Christians wasn't too far off, but the true Savior is Christ within. And Christ in Greek means Christos, which means the anointed, which means smeared with oil. So basically Christ is an oil that is inside of your skull, that is inside of your sebum. I think I said that right, sebum, that the colostrum creates. It's an oil that the colostrum secretes. But most of us don't know that. We should go to etymology dictionary, etymology.com, and type in the word Christ. And you're going to see that it means oil. This is why they said Jesus became the Christ. He became anointed. You know what I mean? He was baptized. A lot of people think a literal baptism, so they out here dipping people in water when the whole time they were talking about he was anointed. He was baptized by this Christ oil within him, which he learned how to raise and activate higher level of consciousness. But like I say, most people would never heard of that. That's gonna go against most people's theology, especially religious people. You know what I mean? Because they have a belief that doesn't allow them to see the truth. You know, they don't know anything about the mind. They just repeating things and believing whatever they was told. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. I'm here to teach truth. I ain't here to indoctrinate my people, which that's what a lot of churches are doing right now. And a lot of people are there not knowing that they are their own saviors. They've been saying this for thousands of years, that Jesus Christ is your Savior. And people been waiting for that damn long and never was saved. Not knowing that they are their own Savior. So back to what I was saying is, Jesus technically, Jesus was basically, they used him to tell a story about the Christ within. Now, like I say, this Christ oil, which the colostrum creates in the sebum, is sent to the pineal gland and to the pituitary gland. This is where you get Joseph and Mary, right? And the reason the pineal gland is called Joseph because it have electrical properties, which is masculine. And the reason the pituitary gland is called Mary is because it have magnetic properties, which is feminine. And like I say, the colostrum send it to those two glands where it secretes. This is where you get the land, this is where you get in the Bible, the land flowing with milk and honey, because the pituitary gland secretes this whitish milk-like substance, and the pineal gland secretes this golden or honey-like substance, which is sent down two nerves, the idol and pingala, which go down the tree of life, which they talking about your spine. In the book of Genesis, in the Garden of Eden, when the snake was wrapped around the tree of life, they were talking about the process that goes on in your skull and in your spine. Now, you can go pull this up on the internet and you can see these two nerves going down your spine like a serpent. Going down your spine like the serpent. This is why the spine is called the tree of life. Now, this Christ oil goes down this spine, up and down this spine, bro. And up and down your spine. Now, remember in Genesis, Jacob said he seen there was a ladder, right? Jacob's ladder. There was a ladder ascending from earth to heaven, or heaven to earth, whatever you want to say. And he said there was angels ascending and descending from this ladder. What he was talking about was the 33 vertebrae and how this Christ oil goes up and down your 33 vertebrae. Now, he also said in the book of Genesis, it's like 32:30, he said that he came face to face with God, and he called this place pineal. Now, tell me why he called this place pineal, and you have a pineal gland right in your skull. This ain't no coincidence, man. This is process that goes on in your brain. So, basically, the true story of Jesus being crucified is about this Christ oil and how it goes down your spine, down 2 nerves, where it goes down to the sacral pump, where it goes back up to 33 vertebrae, and where it is crucified in the medulla oblongata for 2.5 days / 3 days, which really means that it's there and it's being refined, you know, and it shoots up to the pineal gland. But before I get into that, tell me why Jesus Christ died at 33 and was resurrected on the 3rd day. Tell me why. And it's the same shit that goes on in your spine. Come on, man. So basically, what this Christ oil does is it rises up, and like I said, it leaves the medulla oblongata for 2.5 days, 3 days. It rises up to the pineal gland, where it activates high level consciousness, where it lights up the optic thalamus. This is why Jesus is the light of the world, man. And also, the light of the world is the sun. Astrology. Jesus also is the sun. So, as above, so below. This is the same stuff that goes on inside your body. Now, to explain the story of Joseph and Mary, and they gave birth to a spiritual son. Now, what they was talking about is, it's finna line up for you. Now, what they was talking about is how Joseph and Mary, pineal gland, pituitary gland, when it secretes the milk and honey, and when it goes down your spine. Now, every month, right, when your moon sign is in your sun sign, every month, every 29 days, this physical psycho germ seed is born within your solar plexus. This is where you get Bethlehem. This is where you get Jesus was born in the cave, because this seed is born inside of a manger / cave right in your solar plexus every month. And what this does is Bethlehem, which means Beth meaning house, and Laham meaning bread, which means the house of bread. This is why Jesus said, "I am the bread of life," which they talking about right here. Right here. This is the bed of life right here. This is Bethlehem right here. This is where Jesus was born in the cave. This is why Jesus was born to Joseph and Mary. He was a spiritual born son. But they talking about the process that goes on right here. So when the seed is born, it goes up the pneumogastric nerve, where it meets with this oil, where, like I say, it shoots up to your pineal gland and activates the Christ consciousness. This is why Jesus said you can do what he can do, and even greater things, bro. Even greater things. But most of us don't know this because we took the Bible as literal, and we're waiting for a literal person to come save us, when the whole time your Savior is right inside of you, but you just don't know. So every month you are given the opportunity to raise your Christ oil and to become like Christ. But you don't do it. No, you're doing things that cause this chemical, which causes this chemical to become split. You know, when they talking about tithing, right? Tithing, they talk about tithing 10% of this oil, man. The 10% of this oil that's inside your body, so it can rise up to your pineal gland and activate it, so that you can oscillate and vibrate on a high level, so you can tune and tap into that Christ consciousness. But we don't do that. We do things that chemical split this. Like, we're not supposed to have sex when this germ seed is born inside of the cave, inside of this manger. We're not supposed to have sex because this causes this Christ oil to become split. Also, eating bad foods, which causes the gut to create alcohol in your gut. So eating the wrong foods, acidic food, causes this chemical to become split. Drinking alcohol. You know, there's many things that cause it to become split, but we don't know this. We don't know this, so we sit here thinking that, man, I ain't nobody. You are somebody. So tell me why they put fluoride and chloride in your water if you wasn't nobody, calcifying your pineal gland, which is responsible for the house of consciousness, which is responsible for you to elevate in consciousness. Now they want you to be docile. They want your consciousness to be weak. They want you to vibrate low, so you won't know this shit. Why they creating GMO in your? Why they creating GMO foods so they can genetically modify you? Why they spraying chemtrails all in the air? Why they giving kids vaccines? Why they putting mercury in vaccines? Why are they doing all of these things if you was nobody? Now, I know religion told you that you ain't really nobody. Give all your thanks to Jesus Christ. But that's a damn lie. That's what they want you to believe. That's what the Roman Greeks wanted you to believe, so you can be helpless. So you can give all your powers away to something outside of you. Come on, man. So I hope, this is just a brief overview. No, I didn't really get deep into it. I just wanted to give a quick understanding, a quick overstanding, in hopes that you do your own research. Hopefully this video did exactly what it did, was enlighten you so you can go do your own research, because you shouldn't believe anything that I'm saying. You should go do your own research, So, peace, man.